I love coming to the United States. The people, the places, the experiences.
Keep that handy.
And here I am again, sitting around a campfire with good friends and good food. But this time, I've come to America for a very specific purpose. I want to find out how overlanding is getting on here.
The United States of America, regarded by most of the rest of the world as the country with the biggest, the fastest, the longest, the highest, in so many ways. But the one thing that I feel that the USA has actually lagged quite far behind almost every country in the world is overlanding.
It's important now that we draw the distinction between overlanding and 4x4. The US has equalled, if not led the world in 4x4 with its vehicles, accessories and everything that goes with them. 4x4 means off-road driving, obstacles, rock crawling, and usually takes place within a day or two. With overlanding, while it does have elements of off-road driving in it, that's not its primary purpose. Overlanding is the pursuit of beautiful places, often very remote, and requires an off-road vehicle to successfully reach them, and regularly takes days, weeks, months or even years to complete. With the notable exception of the moon rover, the USA has lagged far behind.
And I'm here to find out why and what's happening now.
It's taken me 29 hours in transit from my home in Perth, Australia to this point as I descend through the clouds to land in Washington State, Northwest United States.
Cabin proceed for landing.
I'm starting in Seattle, where I will begin my investigations by doing some shopping, collecting a truck,
And here at Adventure Ready, downtown Seattle.
and then go overlanding in the Northwest United States of America. This is going to be a good one. This is Cabela's big fishing and outdoor store. Big is an understatement, actually. I need boots. Kate needs warm stuff. It's going to be cold. Kate, that's my daughter. She is joining me for my trip and will be forced to endure my jokes. I wonder if they've got any fishing gear. Feeling peckish. Might need this in case I hook a really big one. I can hook him in Canada and land him in Southern California.
Told them that we should go to Urban Outfitters.
At last we eat. Over there, women's clothing. Over there, Kate, dress warmly.
Very uncomfortable. Just walking around the shop, vlogging, people looking for a jacket. Not really paying attention because I'm more just looking around to make sure that no one's looking at me. They only have a medium and I'm small.
And so, what do you reckon about Seattle?
Pretty great. Just bought myself a Zippo. Got hit on by a Mexican. And now by the Space Needle. Pretty neat.
65 feet. We are known as the Emerald City here in Seattle for all the green in our city.
Stadiums or anything?
From the city of Seattle, we'll be heading south and then east to eastern Washington, and then the deserts of eastern Oregon. And from there, back towards the coast, where we will visit the rainforests and the majestic beaches.
of central and southern Oregon.
Our travelling companion and host for this trip is Jeremy James. He's the one photographing Kate.
No, I'm just being ridiculous.
He lives in Seattle, and Oregon was his playground as a child. Seattle is the home of Microsoft and other tech giants, so it likes to show off a bit. Simply point your smartphone at the graphic on the floor and it becomes 3D.
It's really amazing to see this kind of thing because, I mean, someone that lives in South Africa, Australia, I don't know, you watch so many TV series about it, so many movies, and you can finally put everything into place, and I don't know, you kind of just feel like you're really, really part of the world being here.
The vehicles we will be driving include a Lexus GX 470, kindly loaned to me by Metaltech of Portland, Oregon, and Jeremy's own Toyota Tundra. We will be equipping these vehicles with a range of accessories, including some load bed sliders that we got from a local hardware supplier.
I'm going to be reviewing two products. They're not designed for overlanding. They're designed for tradies, but well liked in this country, and I think have huge potential for overlanding. The first one is a Decker drawer system. Now these drawers are interesting in that they're made out of a plastic, it's polycarbonate or whatever you would call it, extremely robust and very long and strong, every bit as strong as the aluminium ones that we know well in Africa and Australia. I can't see anything wrong with them. And here's another one. You know, in a pickup, it's always difficult to get stuff at the back, right? And that's why we use drawers. But how about if the entire back of the pickup from back to front, left to right, slid out and was accessible? That's what this thing is. It's called bed slide. Now we've got both in here, and I think that probably both is overkill, but we're going to try out both and report on it.
The Lexus 470 is basically a Prado 120, but with lots of comfort and gadgets added to it. This vehicle has been stripped down and is a lot more like a Prado than a Lexus. It has Ironman raised suspension and Toyota's 4.7 litre V8 petrol engine. I'm excited to see how both these platforms work on this trip. The Tundra is a 2013 model with a 5.7 V8 engine, long wheelbase double cab. It's one of America's best-selling pickups. It has Old Man EMU suspension and, like my own vehicle, Alucab's rooftop tent.
Really looking forward to I've been here almost a week now. Last bit of preparation, and this is Adventure Ready, one of the new companies getting into overlanding in the US. And they've been helping us out by doing some work on the vehicle, including fitting my rooftop tent. Now I've selected actually a South African product, Alucab Gen 3. It's supposed to be very good. It better be, because I want to be comfortable, but if I'm not, you're going to hear about it. I'll do a full review in the week ahead.
Lineup thing?
Adventure Ready started because I've always been interested in trucks and camping, and I actually happened to meet some people down at Moab years ago that were into overlanding, and I never really honestly knew it existed as a particular thing, a recreation, and I just became fairly obsessed, to be honest with you. After about 6 months of kicking that in the back of my head, I got burnt out on my advertising job and took a little bit of a break, played a lot of golf, and decided to just do it. We started out with the rooftop tents because that was the most exciting part of the new gear that we were getting in the US. But we've really grown into specializing in electrical work. As more than anything, I would say that more than half of the work that we do at the shop here is electrical. We obviously do the full outfitting as well, bumpers, lighting, all roof rack systems, all types of things.
Right. When do you think that the US suddenly woke up to overlanding as opposed to 4x4?
That term I noticed being used, for example, on social media a lot more, and there came out to be a bunch of groups that were calling themselves the Regional Overland Group, you know, the Northwest Overlanders or whatever. I would say only within the last few years, and probably the majority of it in the last 2 years.
Just a few more things to do before we leave town. With both vehicles ready, we stop off for a quick meet and greet at a local outfitter's, and then we're off. Oh, we visit a waterfall first. The trip has finally begun. We are at the waterfront, Seattle, and the first bit of the trip we're catching a ferry out of Seattle. Seattle is just water, there are waterways everywhere you look. It's an amazing, amazing place. Heading now south for an hour, I reckon hour 20 minutes, due south, and we're going to get off the ferry and head it towards Oregon. Very exciting. Love boats. So this is where the adventure begins. We're leaving Seattle now on the ferry, heading south. About an hour on the boat, and then we're free to explore this part of Washington State and into Oregon. The ferry moves south down Puget Sound to escape Seattle's traffic as we leave the city behind us. Just a few hours out of Seattle into the hills called the Cascades, covered in snow, raining, and it's about 2 hours to our camping site. I think we're going to be camping in the snow.
You want to just maybe where the Jeep's at? Yeah. Is that easy?
We've arrived a little later than I would have liked. I always like to arrive at a campsite well before sunset, so there's plenty of time for me to get some shots, so the light's really nice.
I think we're going to need a tripod. It's pretty spectacular.
It's a bit late for that, but I'll get a few shots anyway. Who of you have heard of the law of attraction? Law of attraction states that the universe will deliver to you what you really, really want. And I've realized that I have this, it's not a skill, it is just something that the universe delivers. And that is amazing camping spots. And if I can't find them myself, somehow people that can come on my trips. It doesn't get much better.
You could put her on this side of the windbreak as a windbreak, or you could put her here in the flat spot. And I'll just park over there.
Okay.
Behind Dustin. Does that work?
Yeah. I'm quite good at it.
I figured you've been doing this a while.
I don't know, I'm doing it a while. It's sorry, actually, it's TP.
Dude, would you please bring me an espresso in the teepee tomorrow morning?
I could probably do that.
Right. Yes, first night's camp.
What do we got? Like maybe
We've been told that by our hosts that it's going to drop below zero, and they said with a big smile on their faces because they're staying in a teepee with a fire inside. However, we're going to have to bear the cold. Kate in her little tent, which cost $40 at Cabela's.
Really broke
So that was the name of the shop?
Yeah,
Cabela's?
I actually think so.
Okay, I think I got it right this time. Little tent. And I am in the Gen 3 Alucab rooftop tent, and Jeremy's in a similar tent on his Tundra. And we will report in the morning whether our lovely new sleeping bags work or not.
By counting if we've got all 10 of our toes?
By counting our toes.
Well, everybody, this is Andrew.
Hey know, I feel like we the quick interrupt.
I will
Nice to
take
meet
my
you, Andrew.
camera away from my face so you can now recognize it.
We'll have to wait till morning because the headlamp is messing that up.
Oh, that's you see, I can't get anything right.
Yeah, we'll meet you.
There you go. No, it's too dark.
I'll dance me to your beauty of a burning violin. Dance me through the panic till I'm gathered safely in. I'll lift me like an olive branch and be my homeward dove. And dance me to the end of love. Well, now let me see your beauty when the witnesses are gone. Let me feel you moving like they do in Babylon. Show me slowly what I only know limits of. Dance me to the end of love.
Man, that was explosive.
It was.
Woo! I'd particularly like to thank the folks at CompuNet. When we announced we were going to do something in the Northwest, this Northwest tech company came to us and said, how can we help? They did. Thank you. CompuNet do business networking solutions. Lovely bunch of guys. Sincere thank you.